Welcome to the OpExWorks Audit and Compliance Cloud. In this video, we will learn how to operate the software and understand the concepts behind its data capture and use. We hope you find this video helpful for learning to use the system independently. The OpExWorks Audit Cloud is a web-based software solution that operates in your web browser. To start, open a web browser of your choice, such as Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge. Google Chrome is the preferred browser. In the address bar, type the URL https://www.opexworks.in/new_audit_cloud and press Enter on your keyboard. This will open the software's login window. Next, enter the user ID and password provided for your organization as shown by arrows 2 and 3. Then, click the Login button as shown by arrow 4. If you have any trouble logging in, please contact our help desk at the number shown on the screen. If your login credentials are correct, the main software window will appear as seen on the screen. All software options are accessible from the menu on the left side. The options you see depend on the role assigned to you by the administrator, as not all features are accessible to all users. Now let's see how your organization is performing on audit compliance. A dashboard is provided for this, which you can access from the Home main menu option and then selecting Best Performance. On this screen, you will see your organization's performance for the time period you select using the From Date and To Date fields. If you have a supplier role, the vendor dropdown will only display your organization's name. Next, you can select either the top or bottom radio button to see your organization's best or worst performance. Then, click the Search button to generate the dashboard. The graphs on the screen will display the top 3 best or worst performing internal and external audits. Now, let's understand the process of viewing, downloading, and printing the guidelines shared by your customer. To view the guidelines, click the Guidelines menu option as indicated by the arrow. This will display a screen listing all guidelines shared by the customer. To view a guideline document, click the document icon in the Documents row as indicated by arrow 2. Once you click the document icon, the document will open as shown on the screen. You may either download the document using the download icon or print it using the printer icon. When you are finished with this document, close the document window using the cross icon in the top right corner. The customer may make certain audits applicable to your organization. To see these, click on the Audit Applicable option in the main menu as indicated by the arrow. After selecting the menu option, the list of applicable audits is displayed. The names of the auditors and auditees are entered by your customer. If any change is required, please contact your customer's contact person. There are 2 provisions available on this screen. 1. Providing audit plan. 2. Main recipients. Let's learn more about these 2 options in the next slides. To provide a plan and mail recipients, we first must select an applicable audit. This is required because your audit plan and alert recipients may be different for each audit. Select the applicable audit by clicking the double arrow icon on the left side of the row as indicated by the arrow. The selected row will turn yellow. The first thing you should do is share the plan for applicable audits. This is a critical step because you can only carry out audits that have been planned. Therefore, you must ensure an audit plan is in place. To provide the audit plan, click on the Audit Plan button as indicated by arrow 1. This will display a pop-up where you can enter the audit plan details. There are 4 columns on the pop-up screen: Month, Internal, External, CFT-TP. Here, CFT-TP means cross-functional teams and third-party. The first column lists the 12 months of the financial year. Data in the external and CFT/TP columns is provided or planned by the customer. You do not have access to modify the audit plan for external or CFT-TP audits. you can only share the plan for internal audits. To provide your internal audit plan, position the mouse cursor on the drop-down indicated by the arrow and select Yes or No. By default, all internal audit plans are set to No. You may select Yes depending on your requirements. Once you're done specifying the internal audit plan for all months, save the plan by clicking the Save button as indicated by arrow 2. Next, let's set up the alert system for the audit cloud in your organization. Click on the Mail Recipients button as indicated by arrow 1. This will display a pop-up for entering the email addresses of recipients from your organization. Internal email recipients are people from your organization who will receive emails. External email recipients are people from the customer's organization who will receive alert emails. As we are discussing supplier access, you will only be able to enter internal email recipients. External email recipients will be provided by the customer and you will be able to see them here. You may provide multiple email recipients by separating them with a comma. To enter the list, position the mouse cursor in the respective text box and type. The mail recipients are grouped into 3 levels: L1 for plant operating teams, L2 for plant management team, and L3 for senior management. After providing email recipient lists for L1, L2, and L3, save this data by clicking the Save button as indicated by arrow 2. Now the stage is set and we are ready to enter audit data into the system. To enter audit data, choose the Audit option from the menu as indicated by arrow 1. This will display a list of audits conducted in your plant till date. To maximize your workspace, a menu button is provided. Using this button, you can hide the menu, making more space to display data and work comfortably. This menu button is indicated by the arrow, and the resulting screen display is also shown. Let's now deep dive into the audit data entry procedure. Since this is supplier access, the vendor list will have your organization's name only. The audit data displayed here are the audits conducted in your plant to date. The data shown is for the first audit from the list of applicable audits. This can be changed by using the Audit drop-down list as indicated by arrow 1. To choose another audit, select the required audit name from the list and click the Search button as indicated by arrow 2. The list will now display the selected audit's data. This data is arranged in descending order, meaning the latest audit is seen first. The list of audits displayed are the conducted audits of the selected type. Rows in red are for external audits. Rows in black are for internal self-audits or CFT audits. The columns of audit data include audit date, the date the audit was conducted at your plant. Auditors, the list of auditors who conducted this audit. Auditee, the team at your plant monitoring the audit process. Model/brand, the applicable model and brand of the product. Location, the plant location where the audit was conducted. Marks obtained and maximum marks, the marks obtained in the audit against the maximum marks available. Rating, calculated based on the following criteria. A rating, marks are 95% or more. B rating, marks are between 80% and 95%. C rating, marks are between 60% and 80%. D rating, marks are less than 60%. NC status, closed when all NCs, non-conformities in the audit are closed. Open if even one NC is still not closed. Reference audit, an audit can be conducted by referring to an existing audit in the system. Self-CFT, when your plant team conducts an audit, it is a self-audit. When a team from another unit conducts it, it is a CFT, cross-functional team audit. To add a new audit, please click the Add New Audit link, which is explained in the next slide. There are also additional options at the top. Summary, point group-wise summary. Print audit sheet, Print a hard copy of the audit check sheet. Audit data point. Enter details for each audit point and any NCs. Cap and action. Enter the details for NC closure. These are discussed in detail in later slides. Now let's understand how to enter a new audit. To enter a new audit, click on the Add New Audit link as indicated by the arrow. The data entry form will appear. The details for each data item are discussed in the next slides. First, we provide the date the audit was conducted and the date the data was entered. Position the mouse on the calendar icon as indicated by the arrow and choose the desired date. The data entry date will default to today's date. Now, let's enter the audit type information. By default, internal will be displayed. Select Self or CFT by positioning the mouse cursor on the drop-down as indicated by the arrow. Choose Self if the plant team conducted the audit. Choose CFT if the audit was conducted by a team from another unit. Details of auditors and auditees are entered here. Position the mouse in the respective text box and enter the information using the keyboard. In the Audit For field, write a short note about the purpose of the audit. Next, enter the details of the auditors and auditees. The names given in the Audit Applicable option will be displayed here by default. Next, we provide information on part family and model/brand. Position the mouse cursor on the part family drop-down and select one option from the list. This list is populated from the part/family option in the master. Next, select the applicable model/brand. This list is also populated from the data given in the master. If you conduct audits at multiple locations in the plant, you can specify the location here. Select from the available options. These options are populated from the location information in the master. Next, you may enter overall observations or comments relating to the audit in the space provided, as indicated by the arrow. This section deals with attaching documents related to the audit. Only PDF file format is supported. Up to 3 documents can be attached for each audit. To attach a document, click on the Choose File button to display the file selection dialog. Find the desired file and select Open. Repeat the same process for the other 2 documents. In the case of a CFT audit, at least one document attachment is mandatory. For self-audits, attachment is not mandatory. Now you are ready to save the information. Review the entered information, and if all is correct, click the Save button. After saving, the new audit will appear on the grid. After saving the new audit, the next step is to enter information for all audit points in the check sheet. First, select the required audit by clicking the double arrow icon at the beginning of the row. The selected row will be highlighted in yellow. Next, click the Audit Data Points button. This will display a window listing all checkpoints in the selected audit. Details on entering this information are discussed in the following slides. In every audit check sheet, audit points are organized into groups. This helps organize the check sheet and data entry. You can select an audit point group to display only the points belonging to that group. Use the drop-down list as indicated by the arrow. Select the required group and click the Search button. Alternatively, you may choose to see all audit points by selecting the All option from the list and clicking Search. Every audit point has basic information. Point ID, a unique identity given to each audit point in the master template. Point description, the description of the audit checkpoint. Default value, the desired value of the audit point set in the master template. Critical, a flag indicating if the audit point is critical or normal. Maximum marks, the maximum marks assigned to this point set in the master template. Next is to specify the type of NC, non-conformity. The NC type is provided as indicated by the arrow. There are 3 options: major, minor, and improvement. Select the required option. Evidence required. This flag makes evidence of NC resolution mandatory. If the auditor feels that evidence is necessary as proof of resolution, check this box. Sometimes a particular point is not applicable. For this, an applicable flag is provided. Using this flag, the auditor can mark this point as not applicable. As discussed earlier, the maximum marks for an audit point are fetched from the master template. Here, the auditor enters the marks obtained based on their assessment of the audit point's status. Next, enter information on the correction needed to resolve the NC. You must provide information for audit observation, action required, and responsibility. Position the mouse cursor in the respective column and enter the required information. Audit observation. The auditor's opinion on the audit point's status. Action required. The suggested action necessary for resolving the NC. Responsibility. The name of the individual assigned to resolve the NC. Next, set the timeline for NC resolution by specifying the target date. Select the date by using the calendar. Stage-wise input for the audit point can be given. To do this, click on the audit point description, as indicated by the arrow, which will display a pop-up screen where stage-wise information can be provided. Data for up to 30 stages can be entered here. Entering audit point stages for each point can be cumbersome. Hence, a provision is given to copy the audit stages from a previous audit point. For the first time, you will have to enter each stage name as indicated by arrow 2. For subsequent audit points, you can click the button indicated by arrow 1 to copy the stage names from the last audit point. Here, the user can view the evidence for the required specification and for the actual status. Evidence attachment is available in the mobile module only. On the desktop module, evidence photos can only be viewed. To view the required status photo or actual status photo, click on the upload icon as indicated by arrow. A small pop-up window will display the evidence image attached from the mobile module for this stage. The status of each stage is specified in 3 categories. 1. OK. This stage meets the required specification. 2. Not OK. This stage does not adhere to the specification. 3. Not applicable. This stage is not required for this audit point. Details of the audit point like NC type, marks obtained, target date, and audit observation can also be provided here. This information is for the entire audit point, not the individual stage. The information provided here will be displayed on the main audit point screen. After all this information is given, click the Save button indicated by the arrow to store the data. Understand the audit data point entry, either directly or stage-wise. Repeat this process for all audit points in the audit. Once you're done with all audit points, a few actions are required to conclude the data entry. 1. Select the All option from the Audit Point Group drop-down list as indicated by arrow 1. 2. Indicate the completion of data entry by checking the Data Entry Complete box as indicated by arrow 2. A blue tick mark will appear. Once you check the Data Entry Complete box, you will have to confirm the operation. You will not be able to modify any data after confirmation. A message will be displayed as indicated by the arrow. If you are sure, click the OK button. Next, to save the information, click the Save button to finish the audit data point entry process. Once you save, the data is frozen and cannot be modified again. If your audit score is B, C, or D, not A, an email is sent to all L1 and L2 recipients for this audit. After the audit data is saved, a Send Mail button is enabled. This button will send an email to all L1 recipients for this audit. A complete audit report in PDF format is attached to this email. Now, let's learn about the data entry for CAP, Corrective Action Plan, and related actions for NC resolution. Select the audit by clicking the double arrow icon. The selected audit will be highlighted in yellow. Then, click the Cap and Action button as indicated by the arrow. This will display another screen for managing non-conformities. The screen displayed will only show the audit data points marked as NCS, major, minor, or improvement. Sometimes, NC resolution is placed on hold. This may be due to a management review or delays. If you want to put an NC on hold, check the box in the On Hold column. If you have completed your work for NC resolution, indicate the completion date. Optionally, you may enter the root cause for this NC in the space provided. The next step is to share evidence of NC resolution by using the Upload button. This button will be enabled only if the evidence required flag was set for this audit point. A pop-up for file selection will be displayed. Select the required file and click Open. Now that all information for the NC has been provided, click the Save button as indicated by the arrow. The Evidence View button will be enabled only after saving this data. After saving the NC data, the Evidence View button is enabled. You may click this button to open a window displaying the image provided as evidence. To get more insights on audit performance, there is a Summary button. You need to select the required audit, as explained earlier, before selecting this option. This summary option will open a new window showing a data table with audit point group performance and its graphical representation in a radar chart. The data table shows number of points in the group, number of not applicable points in the group, number of applicable points in the group, maximum possible score for the point group, score obtained, sum of marks given by the auditor, percentage score, marks obtained divided by maximum possible marks. The radar chart will display the percent of marks obtained against the maximum possible marks for each audit point group, instantly highlighting weaknesses. To print an audit check sheet, a button is provided. Select an audit and click the Print Audit Sheet button. This will display the audit check sheet with all data in PDF format. You may optionally download or print this PDF. This completes our discussion on audit data entry. Features like reports, dashboards, and graphs will be discussed in a separate training video. The next few slides discuss the document management system. The document management system provides facilities for uploading specified documents in PDF format at a given frequency. The applicability of documents and their uploading schedule is predetermined by your customer in the master options. Now let's understand the document uploading process for when a document is due. From the main menu, select Documents and then Upload Document from its submenu as indicated by arrow 1. Next, select the applicable model, variant, part for which the document is being uploaded as indicated by arrow 2. Next, select the current document being uploaded from the list of applicable documents as indicated by arrow 3. Then click the Search button. This will display the list of documents of the chosen type uploaded to date. The data columns are Uploading Date, the date the document was uploaded, Uploaded Document Name, additional information discussed in the next slide, Uploading Frequency, number of days after which the document is next due. In the last column, a document icon is given for each uploaded document. Now, let's understand the document uploading process. Click on the New Document Upload link as indicated by arrow 1. The screen will show a form for entry of Document Name. This will appear by default. Uploading Date. This will default to today's date, but you can modify it using the calendar. Additional information. This is assigned to each document type in the master. You may not be affected as this is defined by the customer. Simply select the required radio button for the information, for example, deviation taken, yes or no. Upload document. Next, you must upload a document in PDF format. This will open a file selection dialog. Choose the required file and upload. Finally, once you have provided all information, click the Save button. To view an uploaded document, click on the document icon provided in the last column of each document row. The uploaded document can be viewed on screen. You may choose to download or print it using the available options. This concludes our training video on audit and document management. We hope this has been helpful in understanding the system's operation. If you still need help or assistance, please contact our help desk at 744-744-4640. If the issue is not resolved, you may escalate it to the head customer success at 838-006-9537. Alternatively, you can email us at support@opexworks.com. Thank you for your time.